I just heard, aha, aha, in the spiritual realm. And whoever this is for, which I'm sensing is for so many people. You know, you're in a time right now where it looks like everything is getting ready to fall apart. And it looks like the enemy is winning the battle. And they're already saying, aha, aha, as if they have caught you at a time where you're so low in the state of mind and in reality, like there's no way that you're going to be able to get out of this thing. But we need you to lift up your faith on today and begin to trust God. Call on the name of Jesus and trust and stand on that name, knowing and trusting that the enemy cannot trespass on something that God has called you to and is calling you to on today. Do not give in to the thoughts of the adversary. Do not give in to the wiles of the enemy. No weapon formed against you in this time can prosper and shall prosper. If God says it's for you, it's for you. Nothing can delay it. Nothing can stop it. Know that. Know that within your mind. Know that. Know that within your heart. Know that. Let that resonate in your spirit, that is the will of God for you. Do not listen to what the enemy is telling you. Do not listen to the taunts of the enemy. It won't prosper. It won't work. Begin to let the enemy know that today, because you serve a God that is mighty and strong. And if he calls you to something, he's going to assure that you make it there. The way is already made. Don't stress about it. Don't keep thinking about it. Don't keep worrying about it. But just lift up everything that's trying to burden you down. Give it into the hands of God, because he is able to carry that which we cannot. And trust him for the process to be complete and to come into fruition, because it's his will, into fruition because it's his will. So I had the verse. It's for this, when I think of that, it's coming from Psalms 40, verse 15. And 16, and it says, "May those who say to me, aha, aha, be appalled at their own shame." So right there, that is enough for you to be able to lift yourself up and rejoice and to trust God. For the Lord is great and he is in the midst of you. No weapon forming against you in this time will be able to prosper, because God is calling you to something. Lift yourself up and be of good cheer. Keep the faith. Don't weigh your head. Don't rest your head down. Don't be all sad and goodbye, mahogany. It's not going to work. Bye-bye. Go ahead. So don't be all appalled and astonished because it looks like it's going in a different direction than what God is calling you to on today. Trust God and trust the process. He's got it. He really does have it. I'm telling you all, he does. And, you know, what I was going to say before mahogany came in here and disturbed me. It was in that verse, in verse 15, it says, "May those who say to me, aha, aha, be appalled at their own shame." So those who are trying to come against you and trying to have your head chopped off, it's going to turn around and fall right back on their own heads, just like it did Haman. When Haman came up against Mordecai, what happened? His own head ended up on that pole. So you got to trust God that he's not asleep. He's very aware and alert of that which the enemy is plotting to destroy and to deteriorate. I'm hearing in the spirit, and our lives, to cause it to crumble and come to nothing. You've got to trust God that within his capable hands, everything that we have been crying out for, everything that we have been asking God for, the promise that he has told us he was going to do, he's going to get it done. Nothing can stop it. Nothing can dismay it. I don't care what your situation looks like. Keep your head lifted up. Don't you walk around with your head down. Lift your head up and trust God for the matter. And then it continues on to say in verse 16, "But may all who seek you rejoice and be glad in you. May those who long for your saving help always say, the Lord is great." Not just say that, y'all. So this is a time of worship. in prayer. Stay before the face of God on your knees, crying out until he comes through and he brings you out of the very thing and removes the very obstacles that the enemy is trying to place in your life to delay you. Stumbling blocks for you to trip on. Don't worry about them blocks. Guess what? It's gonna fall right back and trip the enemy, because they trying to do something that they think they slick and they got it all worked out. But guess what? God is already 20 steps ahead of them, so it ain't gonna work anyway. So lift your head up and trust God, because he's working. He sees you. He know what you're going through. Trust him. And at the end of the day, it's going to be aha, aha, back on their own head. Y'all be blessed.